Hey guys, well I made it here. I'm at the 4 Mile Dam, so I thought I'd shoot a little bit of video here and let you guys know what's going on here. This is where Alpena Power buys their electricity from ITC. It comes in here at 138,000 volts from down south, and then that 138 line continues on to Rogers City. Somewhere by my place is where that goes through. So let me spin this around so you can kind of see what's going on here. There's also a generating plant at the dam here, but that belongs to a different company altogether. So we'll give this a shot. Okay, here is this is the 138 line coming in to Alpena Power. This belongs to ITC at this end of the deal. In fact, you can probably see the signs on the gate and the fence and all that stuff. There's a little bit of electricity going on here. Like I said, the 138 line comes in. You can see some potential transformers to power some of the electronics. A little control house there. On this side, you have gang operated air brake switches, which at the base of this column right there, you can see through the fence, you can see the handle, and that mechanism goes all the way up to the very top of this, where you can see the 3 gang operated air brake switches that would disconnect Alpena Power from the 138 line coming in. There's another setup over there. Kind of interesting. If I can get to the back, and you can see some of these back here, those things with the huge insulators with the big base at the with the big donut at the base there, those are SF6 circuit breakers. Now that is what protects the power transformers on there. The back ones are SF6. They're relatively small, and if you look immediately to the left, that big tub that you see there right behind that little warning sign, those are oil circuit breakers. Those are the old style circuit breakers that you're going to see. Once again, the SF6 ones are in the back, and then towards the front there, that big guy is our oil circuit breakers. All the difference being is that on the oil circuit breakers, the contacts are bathed in oil, and that's what extinguishes the arc, whereas the SF6 uses the sulfur hexafluoride gas, which extinguishes the arc. They can be considerably smaller. Right in the front here, this guy, that's another SF6 circuit breaker. Once again, this is all ITC stuff. So ITC, in order to work for them, they require a minimum of an associate's degree. So for those of you who are doing the associate's degree, you would qualify for that on the ITC end. Okay. Once again, up top here, we have another gang operated air brake switch, and you can see the handle mechanism coming right down to this pole right here, and that's how you can operate it. It says open and closed. It's got indicating as far as where it is. Over here, right dead center of your screen, if I can zoom in, on top of that pole there, this is basically a potential transformer. Once again, they're used for metering and for control of equipment. Over on the Alpena Power Company side, which is around this other fence set up here, if I can get around this control cabinet. There, now we're looking at the Alpena Power end, and right dead center, once again, there's 3 SF6 circuit breakers, and then if we look at the old part, these are oil circuit breakers that we have here. So really, all that is a electromechanical switch that uses hydraulic pressure and a hydraulic pump to operate on the oil circuit breakers, just like the one we've got in the back of the lab there by where the trucks get parked. The SF6, it actually uses the SF6 gas to operate through pressure and solenoid valves. You'll see another SF6 one in the back, and if you look at all this steel superstructure. Now, some of you might be wondering some of the differences between the jobs. You guys know what a lineman does. Lineman works on the poles and that kind of thing. And you can see there's quite a structure of poles all over the place in here. A beautiful day and the river down there. If you wanted to be a substation electrician, working through the contractors, you would be building these structures. So you're not climbing poles, but you're certainly going to be climbing steel structures and bolting all this superstructure together. You will be working off of heights. There's no getting around that, but you'll be climbing the steel superstructure here. Welding is a good skill to have for that kind of stuff, as well as not being afraid of heights. Anyway, so let me continue on a little bit more here and see what we can see. This block shack here, this is what houses all of Alpena Power's metering equipment. And once again, this is another view of the oil circuit breakers. Two different models, but basically the same thing. And you got your disconnect switches up top there. Notice all the lightning protection that they have, all those little rods kind of hanging out there, and then there's a really long pole there. Doesn't look like any of this stuff has been struck by lightning, that as far as I can tell, but this has been around for an awful long time. Like I said, this is kind of a cool thing there. Right there we got a big power transformer tapped off of the buswork, and then this is coming into the dam, which is providing electricity for from a separate company on all that stuff. So you can kind of see what's going on here. It looks like I might be having some company, so I might have to get my letter out for that kind of stuff. So hang on, we'll talk to you later. Well, he didn't want to talk to me. Looks like he might be an employee of the dam as opposed to Alpena Power. We'll see. Either that or he's just checking out the fishing. I'm going to turn around. So I'm not sure what these oil tanks are for. Maybe housing oil for the oil circuit breakers that we have in here. So what a beautiful day, as you can see. A lot of steel superstructure, but like I said, this is the Alpena Power's biggie. This is where they buy all their electricity from ITC. And once again, just a beautiful day out here. So, another thing I want to point out there, we got an antenna. Looks like an antenna mounted up on that pole right there for communication. Alpena Power, as you know, has switched over to their optical ground wire for communication and their SCADA system in between the substations. So, like I said, this is where electricity comes into Alpena Power, and this substation provides two functions. One side of it takes the 138,000 volts down to 34,500 for Alpena Power's sub-transmission, and once again, that is the voltage that that they transmit their power in between all of their substations. And that's a loop-fed type setup with some gang-operated air brake switches to disconnect certain sections, so it doesn't have to be loop-fed. From the 34.5, there's also another power transformer at the back of here that's dropping that 34.5 down to 7620 13.2 for the local area distribution circuit. Once again, 4-mile dam, pretty cool. Wish I could get inside that building, but under lockdown here, it's next to impossible to be able to do something like that. So this is it. Like I said, beautiful day. Just got my car washed. So I gotta go pick up some groceries, and then I'm gonna head back to the farm and call it a day. Once again, be good to each other.